So, you just finished Hot Rod Power Tour 2024. Good for you. What are you gonna do now? Well, the answer is get some Hooters. For those of you who've been paying attention to the daily coverage of Hot Rod Power Tour 2024 on the main channel, the Lucore Auto channel, every year I do daily videos on that process. If you've been watching those, I'm glad you have. Thank you very much. Your viewership helps pay for me actually doing these kind of trips, so I very much appreciate that. To all the people who came over and said hi over the last 5 days, it's wonderful talking with you. I'll be quite honest with you. That is probably one of the best situations about the whole Power Tour thing, is it allows people to communicate with and talk to and shake hands with and take pictures with the people that they watch on YouTube on a regular basis. So I truly enjoy that part, and it's really, really flattering that there are those of you that are out there that watch what it is I do and what we do on the main channel. And like I said, your watch time actually is what helps pay the bills and make revenue for the channels, this channel included. Now, obviously I didn't film anything while I was on Power Tour. I was quite busy filming stuff for the main channel, and I didn't get a chance to do that. But a conversation that came up a bunch of different times about how I do this whole thing is something that I honestly want to talk to you guys about. And it's about what it really truly takes to do what I just did, to be able to do the Hot Rod Power Tour and do daily videos, be able to post daily. A lot of people don't quite understand that, and they get into the whole idea of, I can do this, I'm gonna jump in it, I'm gonna rock and roll on daily video stuff, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And there's a lot of veiled interest, I guess, in doing YouTube stuff. There's a lot of people who want to do YouTube, and I totally understand that. But they may or may not, usually do not, understand what it truly takes to be able to do that. So I wanted to be able to talk about that. But first, I want to show you the little black truck that did the entire trip. Look at that. There she is. 1991 GMC Syclone. It is... went all the way from Columbus, Ohio, to Bowling Green, to Nashville, to Louisville, to Columbus, to Indianapolis. Now we've made it back to Dayton for the Hooters. And then I've got about an hour drive back to the shop, which I'm not worried about it at all. Basically performed flawlessly the entire way, which was great because I didn't really want to deal with any kind of issues. And I would have really been very upset if any kind of problems had popped up with the truck. But it did fantastically. The only thing I discovered over the entire trip that didn't work out for my way was the fact that my wipers don't work. Wiper motor didn't power up. Not sure exactly what that is, but I never really looked into it because it didn't rain, so I don't have to worry about it. I did put some brand new wipers on it, so it's got brand new wiper blades, but they don't really do anything. As we rolled into the venue, almost, literally ramped off the interstate to get to the venue, we just rolled over 30,000 miles on it. I was at 30,008 when I pulled into the Power Tour final stop. The truck is great. It's wonderful, and I'm super glad I took it. The number of people that came up to me and talked to me about the fact that they appreciated that I brought the truck out, because I believe it was the only Syclone on the Power Tour, at least as far as I saw, and probably the only original one, definitely the only one that was owned by the original owner, in 30,000 miles. It is my dad's truck. It has been his pride and joy for basically most of my adult life, and to be able to take it with me, even though I couldn't take him with me, has been a very good experience for me. And a lot of people appreciated that I, excuse me, that I was able to share this adventure with him through the camera, even though he couldn't be in the truck with me. And I'm really, really glad I did it. Yes, I put 1,500 miles on the truck over the last 6 days, but I don't really care what the value of the truck is. The truck is a means to a memory. It is a means to an adventure. It's not an asset that I plan on worrying about selling. It's a tool to improve my life and to make an impact, and I think it did. On my life, on my dad's life, and on the lives of a lot of people who came up and talked to me. So To all of you who did talk to me about it, I truly do appreciate it, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you appreciated what I did. So what I really want to talk about quickly, and this is going to be a reasonably short video, I promise, because I still need to get back to Columbus and then sleep in my own bed tonight, is what it really takes to do daily videos like this, what it really takes to YouTube at this level. Now, a lot of you who are probably finding me for the very first time are not realizing that I have another YouTube side of things, which is this, Lucore Automotive, that I do all the YouTube editing for, that myself or Rich do all the videos for, and then I do all the editing for it. And that's what I do these trips with. So I'm not just a YouTuber who just started his YouTube page a month ago at this point, and then just came out of nowhere. So people know me from that side of things, and they know me from my power tour stuff. But I got over and over and over again questions about how in the world do you do this? And the reality is, you don't sleep. There's only so many hours in the day. Last I checked, I believe there were 24 of them. So when you go on an adventure, you get up in the morning and you go on day one of the Hot Rod Power Tour, and depending on where you are from where the event is, you spend basically the whole day at the event. You then usually will go out for a dinner or something, if you've got friends with you, or if you've made friends at the event, which hopefully you have. And then you may go back to the hotel room and settle in, or maybe go off for a couple of drinks, or whatever it is that's your thing when you're out and about, because this is a vacation for a lot of people. So say you get back to the hotel at 9 o'clock. Well, the way I shoot power tours, I'm shooting it very vlog, you got to ride along beside me kind of stuff, which means I have an absolutely ton of footage. So I need to go through and edit that. And that typically takes between 3 and 4 hours. On power tour at least. Then I have to render it, and then I have to upload it. So if you think most normal people get in at 10, they have 3 to 4 hours worth of editing to do. They have to render it and upload it. You're going to bed at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock every morning. Then you're getting up in the morning and you're doing it again and again and again and again. And that's where a lot of people don't quite understand. Some people will be able to do short videos. They'll shoot a couple things with their phones. They maybe make a 5 or 10 minute video, a couple of clips that they can clip together, even in their phone, and then upload it remotely. And that's not the way that I do my videos, especially my long form stuff. A lot of the videos that are longer, and we're talking an hour, hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, are 200 or 300 or 400 clips of videos that I have to edit and then clip together and then render. So most of these nights, I'm not getting to sleep until about 6 or 6:30 in the morning, and then I'll sleep for 2 or 3 hours, then I'll get up and I'll get back on the road and get doing what I'm doing. So it's one of those things that a lot of people don't talk about with the YouTube side of things, is there's a really major point between doing YouTube just for fun and to keep your memories, and doing YouTube as a thing, as a business, as a job. As a memory storage thing, YouTube is great because it can keep your, it can keep your adventures that you do with your vehicles or your family or whatever it is you're doing. But as a business, you have to be very, very careful with that. So what's interesting also is I have not posted a video on this channel in a week. And if you look at the analytics, which I can show you guys the analytics here in the next couple of days, you can see it just fall off like a rock. So over the last 6 days, because I have not been posting a video, my income off of this channel has basically disappeared. So now over the next week or two, I've got to get even more effort to get that ramped back up and get viewership going on the channel to start making income. And we talked a lot today, all week, honestly, with a lot of different YouTubers that do various different stuff. A lot of guys that do like Will It Run and Drive stuff, where they, or revival type stuff you may see. So like Vice Grip Garage and Junkyard Digs, and there's a bunch of those guys that come out to this kind of stuff. And their business model of how they do what they do is completely different than what I'm doing. And it does make you question the validity of my thinking as far as the economics go, because I'm spending money hand over fist building this Pontiac. I'm spending money on this and this and this, constantly to be able to make pennies on the dollar. I'm actually making a video here probably tomorrow or Monday, Sunday, I don't know. One of these next coming days, just about exactly how much money that the channel has made now that it's made it 30 days through monetization. And we can compare that with the amount of money I have spent on making the videos that I make for the YouTube channel, not including the time I have spent in it. And it will be really eye-opening to, I think, for a lot of people, as far as what the economics make sense on it. And, you know, if you're going into it just because you want to be able to film what you're doing, that's one thing. But if you're doing this as something where you think you're just going to I'm going to start a YouTube channel and I'm going to make a bunch of money, pretty soon I'm going to be a millionaire with a boat and an airplane. That's not really how it works. And a lot of people don't really understand that, and I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of a peek behind the scenes. I've also got some conversations that I'm going to be doing with a couple of my YouTuber friends to be able to get their experiences that they have been through over the last bunch of years as they started out and then developed their YouTube channels, and what it took to be able to get to where they are now, and you know what that first real success felt like on YouTube. So I've got a lot of interesting stuff I think I want to share with you guys. It's not necessarily all just going to be the build side of things, but obviously that's going to be the main focus of the channel. I've got to get back to the Pontiac project, which I will be getting back to that on Monday. My pistons showed up. My rods should be here shortly. And with that said, we should be able to get the rotating assembly rocking and rolling, and start figuring out deck and all that kind of fun stuff on that Pontiac 350 block. So the only thing that's really left is figuring out a camshaft, and I'm gonna have to talk to Bob McVeigh about that. So we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. I want there to be kind of a real open conversation with you guys about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and what this whole thing is, because I think it's something interesting that a lot of people are wanting to know, but they may not necessarily be willing to ask, how that financial side of things works. And I do want to give you guys kind of a background into it so you could see exactly what this is. I could promise you right now, I am very, very much in the red so far on this YouTube channel, but I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling on it, and we're gonna see where this thing ends up. Who knows, in a year, 2 years, 10 years, who knows? We'll see. Anyways, like I said, this is just something that I wanna do to, help you guys understand. This is Automotive Adventures with Austin. This is my own little side project that's gonna be highlighting my own personal vehicles, my own personal projects, my off time, my weekends, that kind of thing. Sans my official work duties at Lucore Automotive. But obviously I'm going to be doing a lot of the stuff that's going to be at Lucore, and Rich will be helping in various aspects as we go. But it's a way for me to be able to show off my stuff, because we're so busy with customer stuff at the shop that there's just really no way to show off those videos. So that's why this channel exists. If you're into that stuff, if you like dealing with me and watching me talk and work on things, then this is the channel for you. If not, thanks for being here anyway. Anyway, I have some driving to do. Me and my little black truck are gonna head back to Plain City to the shop, and I will see you guys in a couple of days for the next video, which I've got plans. So, oh, yeah, by the way, happy birthday, Mom, and happy Father's Day, Dad. See you later, guys. Take care.